What's up, everyone? Hello, and welcome to Two Nerds on a Couch. I'm Beth.
And I'm Thor. The final week of the Fortnite vibing season is upon us. So before the reality tree explodes, or whatever it's gonna do, we've gone back through the last several weeks of quest, map changes, and storyline to bring you a full recap of everything that's happened. Please think about using code 2nerdsonacouch to support content like this, and maybe consider subscribing. Thanks a bunch. Now, get out some snacks and sit your butt down as we recap Fortnite Chapter 3, Season 3.
Near the end of last season, we had been fighting a war against the IO, which culminated with the collision event where we were gunners while the recently reinstated Paradigm piloted the mech. The Paradigm took out Dr. Sloan with a mech arm, and just like that, the war was over and the 0 Point freed.
Time passed. The island was healing. Loopers were partying, and we were vibing. We discovered the beautiful reality tree, which might be symbolic to Yggdrasil, the world tree, which is a fundamental archetype in many of the world's mythologies and stories. A fun roller coaster with a giant Cuddle Team leader head was placed at the old IO militarized base. Week 1, we discovered that we could ride wolves and boars. Reality Tree and Reality Falls were beautiful mushroomy sights, and we could grow our own saplings. But even though we were enjoying harmony and calmness, something was off. Relics of our past began making their way to the island, like the chair and depot from Chapter 1, the shark head and bits of Coral Castle from Chapter 2. The Hench Bros and the last reality Chimera alien were discovered behind a 1 trillion HP rock in Reality Falls, and the roots of the reality tree began to spread towards Logjam Lumberyard, so we decided to visit the 0 Point.
During week 2, we learned to take better care of our saplings. Wolves and boars needed food to rebuild their stamina and health, and the grapple glove was introduced. Reality Tree's roots continued to spread towards Logjam Lumberyard and ended up producing its own reality sapling bloom at the POI. Reality Tree had spread at an alarming rate, with more roots south of Tilted Towers. How was it growing so fast? The third week of the season saw a huge amount of change and storyline. Darth Vader and his stormtroopers made their way to the island and had 5 landing locations around the map, with new Imperial chests to open. A new specialty route was discovered at Butter Barn. New NPCs were discovered around the island. The Rock family was still chilling on the beach, with Kid Rock building a sandcastle and Mama Rock reading books. Plus, the 3 Hench Bros, Ghost, Shadow, and Chimera, made their way out of the cave they were trapped in and started exploring around the island. The biggest map change happened at the now bloomified Logjam Lotus. Relics of our past made their way to Logjam Lotus and were surrounded by special energy. Logjam Lotus rotated each match between an Old West style, a Coliseum style, and a Lazy Lagoon style.
Week 3 is when the storyline went into a bit of an overdrive as parts 1, 2, and 3 of the Vibing Quest became available in one go. Part 1 of the Vibing Quest, we started out partying by popping some poppers, destroying some lingering IO stuff, or spray painting it with peace signs to go with the new aesthetic. Then we started collecting data on the reality tree by getting seeds, traveling to different biomes with those seeds, and then planting the seed.
Now we play the waiting game, and the watering game, and the pruning game. It's all the plant games.
In part 2 of the Vibing Quest, the scientists began to get suspicious of the tree and had us gather more data by scanning the tree and its roots, harvesting from our saplings, taking a portion of Bushranger and planting him near the reality tree so he could report back.
Okay, Bushy, I need you to start keeping a sleep journal, food journal, dream journal, maybe a vision board. Oh, you did. Let's see what you got. Darkness, darkness, big scary. Huh.
So we take readings of the 0 Point energy, and the scientist worries that he miscalculated and made mistakes.
I'm beginning to think that maybe freeing the 0 Point was a mistake. I thought I had all this math right, but clearly I missed something. Ultimately, if something goes really, really wrong, it's my fault.
During part 3 of the Vibing quest, we start testing stormtrooper weapons, listening in on their conversations, meet AMIE, and discover that there is an Imperial relic on the island. The scientist wants us to take the relic by force and sends us to fight with Darth Vader.
Week 4 was relatively quiet in comparison, but we kept fighting Darth Vader, who was scary to fight by the way, and perfecting our knowledge of saplings, as well as other areas of the island. Tree roots were spotted west of Shifty Shafts, meaning the reality tree was expanding its reach, and Butterbarn became a bloomified area now called Butter Bloom. Butter Bloom also had the rotating POI styles like Logjam did, but with slight variations. There was a Neo style, Coliseum style, and Coral Castle style, which changed each match.
There was an update during week 5 which brought about new map changes and storyline quests. More NPCs were found around the island, Dracosaurus was coming together, Kid Rock added his Sandcastle area, Sharon Stone added more to her book pile, and the 4 Hench Bros continued to explore. The reality routes that made their way southeast towards a random temple had changed the area into shuffled shrines, an Indiana Jones inspired POI that slightly shuffles each match and contains other secrets.
Since we could unlock Indiana Jones in week 5, we made sure to explore all of the shrine secrets and booby traps. One of our seasonal quests was to destroy giant mushrooms with a Ripsaw launcher, which could be part of what made Reality Tree so mad. Part 4 of the Vibin quest also hit this week. This meant we were trying to find a special relic along the beach, and eventually we collected the Imperial Holocron from Rave Cave.
A magnitude 6 0-point energy shockwave. Lord and Mr. Scientist, sir.
Whoa.
In week 6, we had another set of Vibing quests that were all centered around the relic of shuffled shrines. We dug up relic shards and took them around the map to attune to them in different biomes. Then we reassembled the relic at shuffled shrines.
There it is again. Another 0-point energy shockwave, magnitude 7.2. The 0 point has gotta be bringing these relics here because it wants us to have them, right? And, you didn't hear this from me, but since we're almost friends, now is the time to be worried.
Week 7 saw a pretty big update with lots of quests and things for us to do while Epic took a much needed and deserved break. We got to chill and vibe with all the new things that were added, such as the floating party areas, blimps, and ziplines around Sanctuary Beach. Some new summer vibes NPCs were added, and Lil Whip began his ice cream truck operation. Kid Rock added his final bits to the sandcastle. Sharon Stone's book pile grew, and Trekosaurus had more body parts. Sleepy Sound changed to Sleepy Shrubs as it was now bloomified with 4 rotating POI styles: Old West, Coliseum, Neo, and Coral Castle. We also started seeing something a lot like Kame House on the far east of the map. We had the No Sweat quests, Rebuilding Tilted quests, and our regular seasonal quests. One such seasonal quest had us destroy speakers at Rave Cave. Could this be the beginning of the end of the party season?
As week 7 turned into week 8, we saw reality routes continue to spread around the island. We continued with No Sweat quest, Rebuilding quest, and week 8 quest had us locate the coolest player on the island. After looking in a mirror to complete the quest, we got more ice cream from Lil Whip and Chill.
In week 9, we continued to just vibe and have a good time while discovering a fresh reality bloom sapling at the residential area of Condo Canyon. That reality sapling at Condo Canyon became a newly bloomified area during week 10, known as Bungalow Blooms. And it had a Western style, Coliseum style, and Coral Castle styles, which rotated each match. The next reality sapling was discovered at the Daily Bugle, and more routes began to spread around the island.
A really huge update happened in week 11. The 21.4 update was practically like having a new battle pass of things to unlock through the new Dragon Ball quest. New creative items became available to us to discover the world of Dragon Ball by watching various episodes at the Dragon Ball Super Festival Island and collecting all 7 Dragon Balls through the Dragon Ball Adventure Island. Kame House became official and had Bulma as the island's new NPC. Through Bulma, various vending machines or the falling capsules, we could obtain the Kamehameha Mythic and the Nimbus Cloud. Using the Kamehameha Mythic went even further beyond our expectations and was a ton of fun. Once we completed all the Dragon Ball quests, the Shenron Glider was granted to us. During this week, the Daily Bugle got bloomified into Lazy Lagoon, a blast from the past POI from Chapter 1, Season 8. That came complete with cannons we could launch ourselves from. The reality routes made their way all the way to Spawn Island as part 6 of the Vibin Quest saga continued. In these quests, we started searching for a new relic, Tiny Chair, and found out that the Foundation was ghosting the scientist's calls. We needed to get stronger to break the force field around Tiny Chair, so we began our training montage through sprinting, collecting forageables, and swimming. Once we broke the force field and collected Tiny Chair, a magnitude of 8.5 shockwave went off.
That was magnitude 8.5 shockwave, detectable from light years away. Amy?
On my way, Dad.
I told you that is not an improvement.
Sorry, attractive father?
When this is all over, I'm reprogramming you. Okay, this is... I don't know. Next time we talk, I'll have some answers.
Week 12 brought us a secret update. There was a reality root sapling on Spawn Island, signifying a possible change. Destiny Guardians arrived on the island in the secret update, and the Part 7 Vibin Quest had the Paradigm in charge. AMIE, the scientist bot, tells us that the Foundation is missing, so we pull flight records and discover his helmet has been mysteriously left behind. We changed our focus to locate the Visitor and discover he's missing as well, so we check videotapes and it's all static. We continue frantically searching for other members of the Seven, and the sisters are gone. Their swords and backwings have also mysteriously been left behind.
Scientist Origin, come in.
In week 13, we had the 21.5 downtime update, which solidified the reality bloom areas. The newly renamed Logjam Junction had a western theme. Butter Barn became Neo Butter Barn with a Mega Mall Neo Tilted style. Sleepy Shrubs had the Coral Castle theme set, and Bungalow Blooms, formerly Condo Canyon, was now set in the Coliseum Greek Roman aesthetic. Spawn Island had a reality bloom tree, but no change yet. The Dragon Ball quests were over, the vending machines and the versus boards returned to normal. Reality tree was sounding ominous as tendrils began to flow out of it and the various routes around the island. Wild Week 1 began with shadows and silence. The sky was completely different as well, celebrating Rainbow Royale, with various rainbows and shooting stars in the sky.
Part 8 of the Vibin Quest take place during week 14, and we have to find the scientist.
Put on the scientist! I found the scientist. He's in his underground biolab researching that strange substance spreading across the island. The Visitor is there too, along with the Origin. We've been asked to find and bring some 7 gear to the lab. It sounds like we're going off-grid.
The Origin left his helmet behind, and the plot thickens.
This looks like what Mr. Big Blue and Responsible needs. I wonder what they're researching down there.
With week 15 being the final week of the season, we go through the last Vibin quests.
I need your help, now. Amy, help them find the scientist's notes. I wish it had been you! Notes! Get his notes. Those 0-point energy shockwaves were flares, a galactic distress signal. If we don't help, it'll go dormant. Here goes nothing.
Paradigm, if you're listening to this, it means I'm gone. I don't know where they took me, and I don't know if I'll be back. I promised we'd never leave you alone again, and I promised freeing the 0 point would be safe. Everything's my fault, so whatever happens to me, I deserve it. I programmed AMIE to take care of you and whoever's left. I hope there are people left. I'm sorry it ended like this. I've always...
Sorry. I turned off my external sensors to format my new solid-state drive, and now I can't find the paradigm. Which is bad. Do you want to hear 8,000 different words for bad? I got them all on my new solid-state drive. Sorry, I'm focused. Let's find the paradigm. You're telling me I only have you left? That's awful, terrible, horrifying. I could go on for so long. No, wait. I can process this disappointment so efficiently now. Okay, I'm over it. Vendetta buddies?
What's going on with the 7? Is everyone okay? Where did they all go? Will someone help AMIE rescue them? Will we find hope in paradise? Find out with us next season. Hit that thumbs up button if you're excited for next season.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to use code 2nerdsonacouch in the item shop and when you pick up your battle pass next season. And we'll see you all in paradise.
Bye.